How's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Cash, and today we're going to talk the numbers and a little bit more detail about the new truck I just bought, the 2019 Peterbilt 579 Ultra Loft. Okay, now I bought this truck from a dealer here in Minneapolis. Pretty good deal, I thought. So, well, let's get into it. I had a lot of questions on the truck from the previous video I did. I didn't put a lot of detail into that video. It was just like, hey, here's the new truck, because basically I wanted to talk about it. So I wasn't trying to, like, I can make other videos. Basically it's like, until I tell you what kind of truck this is, I really can't make other videos, because everybody's just going to be like, oh, okay, well, we know what kind of truck you got by the way things are set up in here. So, ultra loft, it means no connected part here. The cab sleeper two-part assembly, it's not that. It is one piece. When you look down the side of the truck, it's just one piece, like a normal over-the-road truck would be. And that was my beef with my other two trucks I had like this in the past. They were not ultra lofts. And as a tall guy, every time I would stand up, I would bust my head on that centerpiece. And, they've been known to leak over time as trucks get older. So I wanted the Ultra Loft. I finally found one. It took a while to meet all the specifications that I was looking for. So the main thing I wanted, number one, a fuel efficient truck. There ain't no reason to even get anything if it ain't fuel efficient to me. I'm looking for something local. I'm looking for a more premium fleet to get it from, a fleet that just doesn't buy base model trucks. And one that kind of operates the same kind of freight I do in the same region I do. I wanted an APU or an EPU already built onto the truck. The generator air conditioner is a solid setup. Let me tell you, if you don't have an APU, no shame in that game in my world. It's just there was too many times where the generator would run out of gas in the middle of the night, and I'd have to get out of the truck and go put gas in the generator. Normally, it wasn't that big of a deal, because if the truck's already cool in the middle of the night, we're staying cool till morning time, till sun comes up. But it's just something I wanted. It's not like a deal breaker. Like, if I'd have found the perfect truck, I would have just made my own EPU and put it on the truck. This truck has a thermoking tri-pack evolution on it, and it's pretty slick, so I'm glad to have that. I've had trucks in the past before that's had the tri-pack evolution. I think this is my third truck that I've owned personally, and then I had two company trucks that have had them, so I'm very familiar with them. Kind of know how they work, kind of know how they operate. I know what I'm getting, so I like that. But uh, this ain't an APU video. This is a truck video. So let's talk about the truck a little bit. MX-13 paccar engine, 12-speed paccar transmission, and then paccar rear ends behind that with 279 final gears in it. The transmission is an overdrive transmission. So 11th gear is direct drive, and then 12th gear is a 0.77 overdrive. So I kind of like this setup so far. What it does is, my other truck was direct drive 12th gear. So it tried to hold 12th gear forever, just to stay in direct drive. But this truck seems to, kick down more, which I'm not opposed to, because it kicks down to direct drive. So it's very efficient for pulling. And it seems to do a really good job. I've had no problems in the mountains with it. Now, I was a little concerned going from, the full 15-liter, Detroit down to, the smaller displacements. Now, most trucks and engine manufacturers have a 13-liter type displacement engine nowadays. So it's a pretty common thing. I think Volvo's in that ballpark now, or has been for a long time, actually. Um, I think most Detroit's making a 13-liter now. I know International does a 13-liter. So I feel like 13 liters are just as enough power as the 15 liters with all the new technology. So it is pretty efficient so far. I'm digging it. And then the transmission, I'm really digging because my other truck, being direct drive in 12th gear, it held that 12th gear too long, in my opinion. I know these newer trucks, they make horsepower down at a lower RPM, but there's also things that, coming from an older school type mindset of driving a semi truck, that lugging is real. I don't like it when my whole truck starts to shake, trying to hold 12th gear and we're just sitting here shaking, you know, like a dog passing a peach pit. It's it's not a good look when you're going up a hill, and everything's just shaking. It's like downshift already. So I would end up downshifting that truck from time to time myself when it would get to shaking like that. This truck doesn't do that. Now, this truck I hope is near that fuel efficiency of that other Freightliner, but that other Freightliner I had, that truck was 100% spec'd for fuel economy. And dang, did it get it. It was awesome on fuel economy. I think my last IFTA was 8.4 in that truck. If this truck doesn't get 8.4, I'm not going to be like crying about it on the IFTA because I got this truck for more comfort and fuel economy. Now, I like Freightliners. Now, I won't say anything bad about a Cascadia. It was definitely my second choice of truck. But this one, I was kind of going for a little bit more comfort with the fuel economy. Now, if I can do the 8.4 in this truck, I wouldn't be mad at it. Now, this truck did come from the Magnum fleet, and it is set up for fuel efficiency. It's the 579 Epic edition. So it's got all the rubber around the wheel openings and, full skirted out. It's got the full flow below system on it. It's got the wheel covers and the plastic wishbones and the mud flap hangers and all that. So I'm pretty impressed with the fuel economy so far, but it's been a real tough start for this truck. Basically, I got this truck right at the end of the year and I went out with it. I came back. It was kind of cold out, not freezing, but a little cold out. And then since then, it's been brutal. You guys know I've been it's been cold even in the South. And I mean, I've been staying from Minnesota to Pennsylvania since the beginning of the year. And just, I've idled this truck more nights already than I maybe idled the other one in the last year or two. It's just, when it's like about -2, -3, -4, -5, when I start getting below that, I'm kind of just going to let the truck idle because of, freezing up and it's hard on the electronics, starting up in the morning, being ice cold like that. Or at least it was on my Freightliner. I would get a lot of weird things going on with the dash and everything when I just started that truck in a really, really cold environment. So, I've idled this truck for a few nights, so fuel economy has been kind of lackluster so far. But I can tell that when I am going down the road, I'm getting a pretty good fuel economy. I would say if this truck averages 7.5 or better, I'm going to be fine with it. Um, it's just what it is. Now, with the APU, I'm kind of getting like I want to test going a little lower on that temperature. With the APU, keeping the batteries charged and the coolant warm, I may end up like not idling this truck when it gets a little colder out like that, like maybe down to like -10. But it's just I don't want service failures. I had important loads for important customers, and I said I'm just going to let it idle for a few, for a night, and then I think by now I've idled it 3 nights. I idled it last night actually because it got down to -8 in Wisconsin last night, and I was like, hey, I got a produce load on. I'm not trying to be jailed up, broke down out here with a load of produce on this truck, so I just idled it. Now, once I get used to the APU and having that, maybe I'll my worries won't be as much. But I know in the past, not having the APU, it's like if you gel up, you kind of got some problems, because your truck's just starting out flat cold. Now, a few things this truck does have, it's got tank heaters on it. It does have fuel heaters. It's got a few things like that are set up for the extreme cold weather. So I probably will grow to be more comfortable with situations like that as we go forward. But as of right now, just playing it safe and trying to get used to the new truck. As far as the interior, I really like the interior. First thing I did was built some shelves in that giant closet, and that's great for me. I've never had actual like clothing shelves. Normally here's how I operate with clothing in a truck: is all the clean stuff gets like stuffed into one closet, and all the dirty stuff just goes in a big bag, and I exchange them as needed. But now it's nice, and I get up in the morning and I got it all organized. So I'm trying to do some things with this truck right off the bat that I wish I would have done with basically every other truck I've ever had. But this truck did come with a warranty, or it got re-upped on the warranty. So I bought this truck at 430,000 miles. I gave all in interest, everything. I'm $51,100 in on this truck right now. So, 51 on this truck. Like I say, I've still got the Cascadia. So, um, probably what I'll do is I'll sell the Cascadia and then put that money toward this truck, at least like 70% of that money or so toward this truck. So that'll get the net cost down a little bit for this truck. So that was the deal, like 430,000 miles, APU, 51,100 interest and all. So not a bad deal. I think not bad. Came with a warranty. Had the red oval renewed on it up to 2 years, 250,000 miles. So we're good on warranty to like 680,000 miles. Now, one of the main reasons I bought this truck is I would like to start a program with the the people that I bought this from, where maybe like every 2 years I can step in and get another one of these, because basically the payment is like less, right at 2,000 a month. So if I could just keep a payment of $2,000 and get good fuel economy and have a really really good warranty program on this thing, I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't, because more and more I see the benefit of eh, having a truck that's dependable. That's what I ran into with my last one there toward the end. The last 6 months, and I did this with my last Freightliner before that as well. You know, I took it too long. You know, the carrier that I'm leased onto here, he told me, he was like, "Yeah, those Cascadias." He goes, you know, I punt them when they're at about 800,000 miles. And I was like, I don't know. I got a special one here, I think, because it's getting great fuel economy. It's not burning any oil, this, that, and the other. And then I went back and looked at the numbers, and I keep a Google spreadsheet of my trucks, and I put, the date, the mileage, anything that was done to it, the product we put in there, and then the cost. And let me tell you, since that truck broke the 800,000 mark, about 810, she became an expensive truck to own. And that's just what it is. I'm not saying they're all that way, but that one was right. That one was spot on. If I'd have got rid of that one at about 800, I'd have been a lot better off. So, um, there's a reason the big fleets turn them and burn them. Buy new trucks, run them for 350, 400, and then put them on a trade-in lot. There's a reason they do that, and that's who I'm competing against. That's who I'm trying to outmaneuver in this game. And so I think instead of dragging a truck all the way up into the 800,000s like with this one, I'm thinking probably 2 years when that warranty is done, I think I'll be done as well. It'll be time to move out. So I don't know. I'm kind of starting to think about that, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the future. But that's it, guys. If you have any more questions, let me know. I think I summed up a lot more in this video than the last one. Sorry about that. I made the last video and really hadn't wrote anything down or thought about anything. I just kind of went on there and winged it. So that's why we needed this part 2. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. I much appreciate it. If you could smash that like button for me. If you made it this far, think about subscribing. Come join me for a live show. Those are lots of fun. And remember, take care of each other out there for me. And people are more important than trucking. Hi, I want to talk to you real quick about the ES Advantage card. Do you need discounts at major truck stop chains? They got them. Do you need discount on shop rates at TA and Love's? They got them. Tire discounts. They even got health insurance now. Click the link down below. Easy application, no credit check. Sign up. They give you a call back. They'll take all your information and you'll be in the network.